banks of October. Slow moving river, won't you take us to our home? This is what it looks like when the meek begin to inherit the earth. It's good to be able to lend my attention and care to a project that is bigger than myself. Together, we are discovering our common work, our common stories, and our common love.
Memorable moments in Peace Corps.
That's so cool.
People, let Pharaoh go. Without you, there is no Pharaoh. So all you gotta do to let him go is let him go. Just wake up tomorrow and say, bye, Pharaoh.
I was honored to attend Carla Van Blake's tribute to Roberta Flack last night. Jesus showed us how to be resurrected as we discovered the stone had been rolled away.
Sometimes it makes me tremble, tremble, tremble. Were you there when they crucified my Lord? Oh, up, Moses, you died.
Snowing guitar pictures. Sweet. Nice.
When the moon was full, they'd have a big ceremony, and the only light was the full moon. And all the sorcerers would come out, and they would dress as their spirit animals, which was really cool, because I'm like, the bat and the snake were the two most amazing ones.
When I was 22 years old, I was a destroyed person, a broken and just belittled human being. Crushed at 22, despite all the privilege and success that I'd had, just crushed. If they tell you that you're too much, lovingly take your gift right on to the next location. Love you. Look, we got dust motes. Now we just need music. It's a long way down. It's a long way to the bottom, my friend. Oh, what a long way down, yeah. And once you start falling, there's hardly an end. It's a long way down. It's a long way to the bottom, my friend. Once you start falling, there's hardly an end. Do you know what it's like to just be grabbing for stuff on the way down? It seems like that's what life kind of has felt like a lot of times. If I am but a moth in its final flitters, May the dust motes I stir bring loving enlightenment to your being. Namaste. Mutual reverence. The divine in me acknowledges the divine in you. Together, we discover our common work, our common stories, our common love. When I was 22 years old, I was a destroyed person, a broken and just belittled human being, crushed at 22, despite all of the privilege and success that I'd had, just crushed, fearful of my own image in the mirror, literally. And someone told me that that was what it was like to be in sin. And they said I could be born out of that sin, that I could be born out of this body and into a spirit body. And that there was one whose name was Jesus who had made that possible for us. He showed us how to die well, even when we are shamed and ridiculed and tortured or imprisoned. And then to live well again after that death, to be resurrected. And that story, somehow, with it came a powerful spirit experience, one in which there was no longer the same fear I had been dealing with. And that's when I started to become very, very curious. And the more curious I came, the more I prayed and sensed a communion with this life that it seems before I had never been able to, I'd never had the kind of interactions with loving spirit in myself, right? It was a loving of self experience. It was a loving of God experience. It was a loving of other experience. So this is why I can speak so confidently about it, is because that's what it was. It was love. House sitting for simple truth. And I've got these plants to water. And these little roosted chickens there to feed and water. There's this greenhouse here. With babies. See the babies? So yeah, I'm taking care of some kids right now. Ooh, yeah, turning the heater off and opening the door. As instructed, strawberries, water every other day. Potatoes down here, do not eat the leaves of potatoes. Apparently, they can be very poisonous, just in case. I didn't know that before. genocides are still occurring now. Slavery is still happening now. And it turns out that people in high governmental positions have been proven in these last years, to be in on the blackmail and all of that. So our whole perception of reality, of our government and who we are as a people has been changing a lot for a lot of us over many years now. Just had to turn the water off.